Hey guys, how are we doing? Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another YouTube video. So today, one of the first things that we're going to be just talking about is the fact that the Fed have a meeting this afternoon. It's projected a 0.25% cut in rates, or 25 basis points. What we're basically going to be looking for, though, is what Powell's going to say after hawkish. So that's what I think a lot of macro experts are looking at will affect the markets in general. But they're saying that they don't think there'll be too much of like a surprise because going into Christmas, it's not like great. But they're calling him Santa Powell. So let's see what happens there. We had this from Andreas Sterno Larsen. I definitely recommend watching his show on Mondays on Real Vision. I really appreciate all the work that he does. He says basically that China's in full down meltdown mode, and recently they keep like releasing loads of different texts about what they can do to stop it, but aren't actually injecting capital yet, even though they've changed their monetary position to moderately loose. And last time they did that was in the 2008 financial crisis, and they injected like a huge amount of capital. I don't even want to quote what it was, but he basically thinks that they're about to unload a monetary bazooka into the system. So I've said, China, the market is awaiting your stimmy, please inject us, because I think that they probably lead the next leg up here for Bitcoin. And that's about the only news that I've got really for the day. Bitcoin's still respecting this range, and look, to the bottom of the range, it is still a significant pullback, like that would affect alts quite heavily as well. Still like a 5% drawdown that you could get and still be within this parallel channel. Does that mean we're going to get a drawdown of that sort of size? I don't know. The 4 hours cooled off quite a lot, is now holding just above the 50, which means it's still in bullish territory on the 4 hour. The 1 hour bounced off the oversold area for the RSI, so maybe so there is like a bit of it. I'll show you this actually on the liquidity. It looks like there's a bit of a structure break. So we've got like higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then we've actually made a slightly lower low here. Now sometimes these can be fake outs to basically throw people off. Because I do think we probably take this liquidity up here. Now we've started to move towards it. So a push towards like 110k, 111k, I don't think is out of the question in the short term, just because we're so close to this liquidity. However, there is liquidity building below us, and that is something I want to watch. But it doesn't look like too much liquidity extra, like not too many extra longs have been coming in, because you can see, basically, if you look at the red here, let's just zoom in, see if I can get a clearer picture. But what you can see basically is from December the 11th at 11 a.m., which is 7 days ago, we haven't really had any extra longs enter the market, or it hasn't got particularly, there's basically not more leverage really been entered since then. So maybe we do wick and stop them out at some point. That would be down to like 88, 89k, 87k maybe. But I would expect, just based on like what we see historically, when you start to get closer to this this leverage and you're moving in a specific direction, that is normally the leverage that you take first. So let's see. Remember, if the leverage is above us, it's people in short positions who will get stopped out of their shorts. And if it's below, it's people in longs that will get liquidated or stopped out if we come down to those levels. So that's what I'm looking for potentially for Bitcoin. One thing that I am keeping my eye on, obviously, is XRP. I'll give you a bit of a breakdown of my thought process here. A lot of people are asking me, because we got the break yesterday and RLUSD announcement, does that mean we won't come down for the liquidity that I said is possible at 220? I don't know. I want to reiterate this. I don't know. It's like I'm not, like I am trading the short-term time frames a little bit. Like I'll have a long order in here if we get down to this level. Whilst we're in this range, between the highs at like 280 and, well, I think we wicked higher, so let's say 290, and the lows at 190, we are just range trading. Like there's nothing to really report on apart from the fact that we're just trading within a range. And I'm looking for an upside break. I think it comes probably sooner rather than later. And when it comes, the next leg of this move is going to be super aggressive, in my opinion. Probably more aggressive, more percentage gain than this in a shorter period of time, which is one of the reasons why I've been flagging the fact that I think XRP could be $5 plus by the end of the year, and in January to March, like double digits. It could be faster than that, and we could be in double digits before people know it genuinely. So that's why, because if you look at any sort of like breakout structure, you have the first wave, then you cool off, and the second wave is more aggressive and longer, or the third wave, sorry, the second wave is the cool off, the third wave is more aggressive and longer, fourth wave similar length to wave 2, a bit of a cool off, and then the fifth can be a bit of like a blow off toppy sort of wave. So We're waiting for wave 3 from this impulsive move. We've had our wave 1 here. Waiting for our wave 3. That could take us all the way to double digits. It could straight away. And I don't think people expect that or really take that into possibility. But let's just look at XRP on the hourly just to see if anything's different or changed. We are making higher lows. So we've made a higher high. We've then created a higher low here. So see if we can break 270 with this push. And then that's probably more of a bullish structure. XRP has been pretty volatile. Like if we look at the moves, I'm going to go back to the daily just to show you. Actually, yeah, let's go back to the daily just to show you these moves. The last like day or two, just so we can see how much we're actually moving around. So the daily candle opened here, and we went all the way up 9%, but then we actually only closed what? Let's have a look. We only closed 3% up on the day, so still a big fluctuation. Today, the daily candles opened here. We've already been down and basically retested the whole of yesterday's candle. We were down 3.8%, and now we're only down 0.99%, as you can see on the right hand side of the screen. So like these are things that I'm watching for. Volatility is pretty good. It means that there's a lot of energy and a lot of trading going on within XRP, which is nice. It means if we get this break, it'll probably start to confirm itself as people are quite actively trading the asset. Obviously, RLUSD was introduced yesterday. Looking at XRP Bitcoin, telling a very similar story, guys, to be honest. They're all telling the same thing. Let's get rid of that. If we look on the stochastic, on the daily for Bitcoin XRP, we are looking to turn up. We've curled up bullish here, looking to come out of this oversold area, and the standard RSI could very easily cross bullish if we get a good green day today. Similar with XRP ETH. In fact, it's probably leading as XRP ETH stochastic RSI has come into the more neutral territory from the oversold area, and the standard RSI it's in the process of crossing. Similar, the XRP dominance chart, they all look very similar. XRP is awaiting a move to the upside, as we've just discussed. I can't give you too much more of a breakdown than that. One thing that is interesting is Ethereum. Ethereum is really struggling with this 4,000 mark, but I think we probably break it sooner. Again, sooner rather than later. Does it mean we can't come down a few percent? No. Does it mean that it can't come down to like this sort of level, 5% drawdown? No, it doesn't mean that, but it's interesting that ETH is outperforming Bitcoin on the day. That's something that I'll definitely be watching for. Remember when I said that ETH, once it breaks out against Bitcoin, that's basically the catalyst for a bull market to start. It has been struggling against Bitcoin, but let's see what happens. The daily RSI is in the absolute pits. Stochastic RSI is in the absolute pits. And if we form a higher low here, then we will be looking to take this level here. Then we confirm a bullish structure. Let's see if we get that for Ethereum. Obviously, there's a lot of if, buts, and maybes. Basically, we're waiting for some news or some sort of catalyst to move crypto onto its next leg. XLM is looking pretty interesting here. I haven't got a trade on it currently, but it's consolidating in such a tight range recently. Stochastic RSI and the RSI looking ready to turn up, and we got some decent volume, a bit of a pop out in volume yesterday, and looks like we're probably continuing in that vein today. So maybe XLM's the play. But it normally moves in tandem with XRP, so I think if XLM goes, XRP probably goes too. HBAR, obviously green on the day as well. It's not an asset that I hold, unfortunately. Just because I didn't have the capital to diversify into it, it would be something that I would be interested in. Watching to see that. It's been one of the market leaders, as well as like XRP, Cardano, Algorand and others, so I've just got my eye on that. Also, Aave has been one that I've been watching. I think ETH DeFi, as I've said to you guys, as I wrote about in the newsletter, is probably going to do pretty well and outperform ETH this cycle. So that's basically all I've got for you today, guys. Let's see what happens over the next day or so. Let's keep our eye on the Fed rate cut today. I think that's an important one to watch. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please do use my affiliate link for meme trading. If you want to trade any XRP memes, they're down at the minute. I've actually added to my position in drop yesterday. Also, if you want to sign up to MEXC, deposit $100, you get $20 bonus. That link's in the description as well. It supports the channel for free, and gives you guys some extra bonus from MEXC. And then for meme trading, just means that I get some of the fees that the website would have made if you signed up independently. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please do sub if you enjoyed, and share it with a friend. Peace up, A-Town down, as Crypto Insight UK would say.